The big question that everybody is asking herself or himself apropos of Laibach, of course, is, are they taking themselves serious, or is it meant in an ironic way? Well, I think, of course, this is the wrong alternative, because the automatic assumption of this question is that if your attitude towards a certain social system of social values, etc., is ironic, that then you are subversive. You take it seriously, you are a conformist, etc. I think that the whole point, the basic underlying premise of Laibach strategy is that, and this holds not only for Slovenia, but let's say generally, for so-called late capitalism in general even, that system itself has at its inherent condition of functioning that its own ideology must not be taken seriously. In other words, cynicism as today's prevailing mode of ideology means that it is the positive condition of the functioning of the system that its own ideology must, by its own subject, not be taken seriously. An ideal subject today is the one who has ironic distance towards the system, etc., etc. And the reverse of this is that the only way, I would even say, to be really subversive is not to develop critical potentials, ironic distance, but precisely to take the system more seriously than it takes itself seriously. And I think that this is maybe one of the keys to Laibach strategy. For example, for the American public, let's recall a typical town in the south of the United States in the 20s. We have the official white law and order rule, etc. On the other hand, we have the nightly dark side of it, Ku Klux Klan, beatings of the blacks, etc. Now, my point is here double. First, the transgression. There is nothing subversive in the transgression of the system. This nightly suspension of the rule of the law and order, lynchings, beating of the blacks, are transgressions of the system, but transgressions which are inherent part of the system. If you would ask an ideal subject of the United States, of the small southern town, where is here real identity? You can break the official public law. You will still be considered as one of us. If you don't solidarize with beatings of which Ku Klux Klan, you are excluded. So, in other words, not only does every system include its own inherent transgression, but identifying with this transgression, which must remain unspoken, concealed, is the real form of conformism. And this transgression must remain hidden, unspoken. Of course, this goes for the United States. Here, in so-called real socialism, we had other forms of these hidden transgressions. And my point is that what Laibach is doing is precisely bringing to the light of the day this inherent transgression, which precisely in order for the system to reproduce itself must remain